Greetings! Today we are at the place called Gabiene, or nearby to a village or town called Gabiene, which would be in today's Iran somewhere. And the year is 316, so it's 1 year after the Battle of Pretakene we did last time. And as you can see, we again have the two guys battling out. Well, a year has passed since the last battle, but now they are at each other's throat again, Eumenes and Antigonus. So basically, Eumenes has been camping in this place, Gabiene, or nearby, and Antigonus has marched up there to meet him again and to get another showdown with their armies, and trying to get the decisive victory. So, which was not achieved in the last battle, as you remember. It was pretty even, and both sides just got exhausted and withdraw from the battle at the end of the day. So here they're gonna try again. So actually Antigonus was marching up towards Eumenes early after the winter quarters, but Eumenes got some info about that, so he managed to get his army on their feet, and was able to, well, array his lines into battle at this salt plain. The forces were pretty evenly matched, as you can see here. It's in the battle, both sides have actually 16 units, so it's pretty even. Eumenes have a bit more heavier troops, you could say. They have more of the heavies, but Antigonus for sure has the cavalry edge here. So the battle started with the skirmishes and elephants moving forward from both sides. So there was a big deal of skirmishing, elephant charges, and light infantry trying to eliminate the enemy elephants, usually by trying to get the hamstring of the elephants so they got immobile. But that was a hard task, of course, because both sides there's lots of light infantry here, so their elephants are quite supported here by light infantry, so they are screened, and so I can imagine this was a really impressive sight, elephants and light infantry swarming in the middle here. Well, the thing is, this is a really dry salt plain, so as these skirmishes and elephant battles took place here in the middle, more and more dust went into the air, and the sight became really limited here. So by the cover of those dust pillars and dust clouds that were emerging here, Antigonus had some light cavalry up here, depicted by these light bow cavalry in this scenario, who managed to sweep at the edge here, flanking Eumenes' armies, and managed to capture the camp of Eumenes. On this hand, where we have the bulk of the Antigonid cavalry, we can see heavy here and two medium heavies. I think there are Thracian cavalry here. They also used these dust clouds to conceal their movement, so they also managed to get around the flank here, and suddenly they appeared from nowhere and attacked the flank of Eumenes' cavalry, and so they got routed by that, fleeing. And during these cavalry clashes at the flanks here, the infantry closed in and started the phalanx job, poking each other with their spears, sarissos, and as in the last battle, the Pretakene, the Silver Shields were really well, they were such a distracting force. I mean, they pretty much polarized everything there that came in the way. I mean, I think in some account it says they killed thousands of guys over here without losing one man of their own. I'm sure that's an exaggeration, but still, you can imagine these guys just went in here and just think these guys, many of them just run by the fear of seeing these guys approach with their shiny silver shields. So this happened also in this battle, as I said. So the infantry of Eumenes was pretty much winning here, but as in Pratakene, both sides started to get exhausted. There were no decisive things happening. I mean, the infantry is going good for the Eumenes here in the center, but the cavalry flanks had been lost for Eumenes, and the Antigonid force were successful here. And the worst thing of all maybe was the fact that Antigonid light force had entered the camp. So when the battle was over, the Silver Shields, who got their wives and children and loads of their spoils of war that they have collected through the tens of years they have been in service, I mean, they were captured by the Antigonid forces, so they didn't want to see that. So they started actually to negotiate with Antigonus, and they came up to an agreement saying that, okay, you get your wives and belongings back if you hand over Eumenes to us. And so it was agreed. So in the end, Eumenes was captured by the Silver Shields. They handed him over, actually along with other leaders from this camp. And if I'm not wrong, actually the leader of the Silver Shields was one of the guys who were handed over to Antigonus. Anyway, that ended in Eumenes later on being executed, and many of his army were incorporated into Antigonus' army, who of course grew stronger after these events, and pretty much he thought he could be more or less the new Alexander and take hold of the whole empire. So that was the end of that. I can also mention that the Silver Shields, they went over to this side, but Antigonus was really afraid of these guys because they were kind of unreliable. I mean, in the sense where the allegiance were. So he did kind of split up this unit into smaller parts and send them to missions, kind of suicide missions, just to get rid of these old guys, veterans here later on. But that's another story. So in the end, Antigonus was victorious, and at last he got his decisive victory over Eumenes, but not on the field actually, but pretty much of the for the fact that they managed to capture the camp. All right, so let's check out the War Council. So we have Antigonus' army with 6 command cards. They will move first. We have Eumenes with 5 command cards. Remember, in the last battle they got 5 each. This time we see Antigonus with a bit of better hand. As in Pratakene, we will fight till we get 7 banners. And the special rules, we have the Silver Shield rules again. So they score a hit for a leader symbol and they ignore 1 flag. And then we have the special rule for the camp. So let's read it. A unit from Antigonus' army that captures, meaning enters, Eumenes' camp hex gains 1 victory banner from Antigonus. The unit must stop on the hex, not just move through the hex. That's important, I guess. The camp may only be captured once, and then the victory banner is gained, and it may not be lost. So they just want to get here, but they need to stay there, basically end their turn there, and then they get the victory banner. And that could be pretty important. So that's basically it. So as you can see, there's no other terrain here. It's only this salt plain here where the battle took place. So the only terrain feature we're seeing is this camp. So let's check the board and the initial forces. We could start with, let's start with Antigonus over there. So on his right, that's the iron fist of this army, the cavalry force here. So we got some heavy and 2 medium heavy cavalry here. So that's a pretty good strike force, I say. And interestingly, we have Antigonus himself here. But we have another leader here, and that's also interesting, because that is Demetrius, who is actually the son of Antigonus, and yeah, this guy I think will be, or he will be, the future king of Macedon, actually. So that's a pretty important guy. Then we come to the center. And back there we have the phalanxes. We have 2 heavy infantry, we have a medium heavy there, another medium heavy there. So kind of a thin line of infantry here. I guess they were trying to match the line of Eumenes here, but had to thin it out a bit. And in front of them we have that skirmish / elephant line we were talking about. So we have lights, elephants, auxilia, lights, auxilia, elephants, and lights again. So pretty good mix of heavy and skirmishing forces here. And then we have the left flank. We already mentioned that medium heavy, but here we have a medium heavy cavalry as well, led by, I think it was, yeah, it's Python, the same guy that we saw in the last battle. And then that light bow cavalry there, who I think primary mission is to get here and capture the camp. So that's it. And comparing with these guys, Eumenes' army, well, meeting his heavy cavalry there, we have here a light cavalry, actually light bow cavalry, and then light infantry, some elephants. Here we got Eumenes himself, along with some heavy cavalry, actually indeed here, so that's a pretty good force here. And then we have the main line. We have some auxilia, we have the silver shields, we have 2 heavy infantry, we have a medium heavy, and some more auxilia, and over here we have a medium heavy cavalry led by an unnamed leader. In front of this line we already saw those 2 guys. Here we have more of the lights and elephants, another combo of elephants and lights here. So they come kind of in a task force of 2, so it's an elephant and a light, elephant and a light, elephant and a light. So it's a supporting force for the elephants here, I guess. And yeah, if you compare, as I said, we have more heavier stuff over here at Eumenes' side. We have 3 heavy infantry, one of them even being the silver shields, compared to 2 over there. Indeed, we have 2 medium heavies there. We only have 1 on Eumenes' side, but still we are heavier here, that's for sure. We also have more elephants. We have 3 elephant units here. Antigonus only got 2 elephant units. And yeah, that's so yeah, we are heavier here, but the big difference is the cavalry. Here we have that big strike force with heavy, medium. Countering that, we only have a heavy and a light bow. So well, we could count in those elephants because there were some elephants deployed far left here, and so those guys can of course scare off some cavalry. And over here, again, Antigonus has some medium heavy and that light bow, and Eumenes only got one medium heavy here. So yeah, the cavalry is better on that side. So if we move on to some battle plans here, I'm like in the last battle, I think both sides are just interested in getting their hands dirty here and, you know, get the opportunities to strike and get some good cards. It's pretty much depending on that, and especially now when Antigonus got one card more than Eumenes, he will strike forward, and there's a good chance we will see that same pattern as in history, that the lights and elephants will clash first because they are first to meet here, together with the cavalry perhaps. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens. So, and over here I think we try to get the camp, but as I know it's worth one victory point, I will of course I will of course try to block the path for the light cavalry there so they cannot reach it. I mean, that shouldn't be too hard to do actually. We have, besides from the cavalry, we have some 2 hex moving infantry here, so we can quickly block the flank if we want to. So, and that guy needs 2 turns to get here, so I'm not too worried here, as you mean, is that they will get that camp actually. Unless something happens here that we get disrupted here in on this flank, but we'll see about that. So I think we'll just start the battle, and it was Antigonus who started. So here goes. So here we have Antigonus' initial hand. He has a counterattack. For sure, gonna be handy later on. Heavy troops, medium troops, light troops, 2 on the right and 3 in the center. Okay, so thinking how about opening up with some light troops and trying to get some flag on the elephants. That would be really nice. Yeah, that would be really nice. I think I'm gonna do that. So open up with the lights. Let's see, do like that. This means up to 6 light units can be ordered. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and even these guys. We could put some pressure here, forcing Eumenes to do something here if you want to prevent me from getting that camp, and that's cool. So let's see, how many elephants can we hit? Too bad the auxilia cannot move and hit this turn because they are too far away, but our light infantry can, and we have 3 of them, and we have 3 elephants. We could get 1 attack on each and pray for some luck. So let's do that. We just rush forward here. I know there's gonna be only 1 die attacks here, but I mean 2 of the results from a die is good. I mean, if we get the red, that's fine. If we get the flag, it's really good as well, because they will hit their adjacent units then. So I'll start moving these guys, and let's see, let's go here. And let's take these guys as well. Let's put them on the line here. But I'm thinking I should move up my auxilia anyway, because I could then participate. Yeah, I'll do that. I move them here. I cannot attack this turn, but I have them in a good position here if we need some follow-up things. So we go here, And now for that cavalry, we can also do an attack, of course. So how far can we get? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Could even go only there, and we're still in range to go into the camp. So I think I'm gonna do that, because now I'm in range to go to the camp. I'm also in range to attack these guys this turn. So here we go. Let's start with the cavalry. So it's 1 die attack against these medium heavy cavalry, and that's a miss. And now for those elephants. So we got the first javelin attack here. That's a miss. I think we should statistically get one good result from these 3 attacks. So here's another one. That's a miss. Last one, so hoping to get something now. No, we just missed them. No flags, no reds. That was a bad roll by Antigonus skirmishers there. And that guy missed as well. But hey, we are in good position here to start the skirmishing next turn. So we have Gabiene. We also got the light. 2 in the center. Leadership any section. Order mounted. Well. Could that be something? Or 3 unit center. We got a few good here. Order mounted. We can also attack those guys. We could go in with the elephants. I mean, that would scare off those guys so they don't get our camp. And we can start moving up our other cavalry. I think I'm gonna do this. So order mounted it is. So it's equal to a command. So it's 5 units. Let's see. Who should we charge with then? Maybe we should do it with 2 elephants, because we can charge their auxilia and they cannot evade. And then I want to charge here, and then I think I'm gonna start moving up my heavies and my light bow here to do some harassments. So let's see. We're gonna attack here, and let's see, 1, 2, 3. Can I do ranged combat? Yeah, I can. That's no problem with this card. So let's see if you can get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see if you can get a hit on that elephant here. Let's mark that guy as moved. And the elephants, they will just charge in here now. There and there. And these guys will charge the approaching light cavalry. So they were going too early, I think. The dust clouds wasn't here yet, so Gabiene cavalry detected the incoming danger here. So here we go. Let's start here, and those guys will of course evade, but I get my 3 dice and a green hit. And it's a miss. I know, do you see the dice? It's a bit shiny. Maybe I should move the lamp a bit. That's better, right? Now it's clearer to see the results here. And that's it. We do the same here. These guys will also evade, but I get my 4 dice. And this time I got the green. So one of the skirmishers went down here. 1 block of them at least. So now I can put some bowfire here. It's 1 die against that elephant. And that's a hit. Successful countermeasures by Gabiene here. And then we have some elephant charges. So now I think I will get 3 dice here, but I'm gonna fetch the chart and just to be sure that I roll the correct amount of dice. Here we go. So we have elephant close combat dice. So it's 3 dice against elephants, camels, warriors, heavy chariots, 1 die against leaders, otherwise same dice as the opposing unit uses. So this means they will attack with 3 dice. And remember, if we roll sword symbols, they will be re-rolled and counted again. So let's start here. I wonder if elephants can do bonus close combat. I think they can. I think I did that in an earlier scenario. I hope I played that correctly. Advance May Battle. Okay, they can advance and May Battle, but they cannot do that bonus movement after a combat. But they can go into the hex and attack. That's good enough. Let's see. 3 dice. And no swords, but we got 2 hits on them. But they are standing their ground, and this means they will battle back with 3 dice as well. And they also, let's see, I also got these details, but I think elephants ignore all sword hits. Yeah, may ignore all sword hits. So basically need to roll red, but flags could be, well, if I roll a flag, that could be really dangerous now actually. I did not, but I hit them with 1, which is pretty good. So 1 elephant down here. So that auxiliary really did bite back really good. We have 1 more of these attacks coming. So here we got another elephant charge into the auxilia, but this time the elephants missed totally. What a waste. So the auxilia managed to scatter there and were able to regain their cohesion and attack back, and they got 1 of the elephants again. That 1 is ignored. So 1 elephant down here as well. So that was not a too successful charge of the Gabiene elephants here. So both sides have a bit of some problems with their first card play round here, but some important things were done. For instance, we got that bow unit away. So at least for now, that camp is safe. Okay, it's time for Antigonus again. Let's see, what can we do? Counterattack, that would be an order mounted. Could be interesting. Yeah, this could be interesting. So I will actually play the counterattack now, because I have some good cavalry charges coming. So this is cool. It will be a really big cavalry clash in the beginning here, and that's according to history, I guess. So we got 1, we got 2. I can do up to 5, right? So 1, 2, we can attack with those guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 more. Can we reach anyone with the elephants? Well, these could reach the heavies here. That would be really nice. That would be really nice, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 more. Yeah, let's do it. So here we go. Here we go, and well, these guys, the problem is those guys will just evade, so these guys cannot have any, they don't get any target by this. That sucks a bit. 1, 2, 3. Well, we just move them forward a bit. And here I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm gonna charge here. Maybe only move here actually. Yeah, I'll do like that. So this could be some crazy cavalry action actually. So let's start here with elephant attack against those heavy cav, and let's see if is there any chance for me to invade here. Evade May versus foot and elephant. Okay, so these guys will evade, that's for sure, but I will roll 4 dice and reds are hits. Ah, the elephants missed them totally. Bad luck there. Those guys got away, that was bad. So, well, these guys will not have any target, but these guys will attack. They will try to evade. I now got 4 dice and greens are hits. 1. That's good enough. And then they evade, and they need to take 2 if they can, so they need to go there. So that's it for this flank. Well, a bit disappointed I didn't hit any of the heavy cavalry there. That would have been really, really nice. So over here, we first see this clash between Pathan and that Yumin, leader of the Yuminis. So we have medium heavy cavalry clashing against another medium heavy cavalry, so it's 3 dice. And we hit with leader symbols as well, and we got 2 hits. Oh my, that's good. That's really good. And then we got the flag, and we could take it actually. Because the thing is, if we don't take it, those guys will kill us, I guess. They'll attack with 2 dice, and they will hit us with blue and leader symbols, so that's pretty bad. I think I need to take that flag, but we're gonna see if that leader survived first of all. Ah, he did, so let's take the flag anyway. So we go here. This means these guys can go in and go 1 more. But we don't want to do that right now. I'm gonna stay there. But these guys can fire. And they have moved, so it's only 1 die. So, but I tried to get these guys. They can ignore the flag. But if I roll a blue, I get them. That's cool. I could also fire against these guys, but I'm a bit worried about that, because if I roll a flag, these guys could take some hits when they start rampaging. So I'm not going to do that. So I want to fire against that and hope for a blue. A flag, but these guys ignore 1 flag because of the leader. Normally you would also ignore 1 flag for being in a camp, but mounted units cannot get any benefit from camp hexes. So that's the thing. We have a good cavalry charge coming in here now, and that camp is really in danger now. But that's it. Some cool cavalry action, but not 100% what I was looking for with Antigonus actually. So let's see, yeah. Yuminis' turn again. Light troops, 2 in the center, 3 in the center. Well, leadership right. This means we could save these guys. Leadership any section. A few good ones here, but I'm a bit worried. I cannot do much there. I could play the leadership card here and do a counter charge. I mean, it would be a kind of a last hurrah here from these guys then. That would be to play that card. I mean, it could be seen as a waste, but I don't have any other leaders here, and there's no other leaders nearby either, so I mean, the only leader is Gabiene, and he's over here. So we will never get the chance to play this card if we don't do it right now, actually. So I will do it. I won't even roll for it. I was thinking maybe to do some things with the elephants in the center. Well, it would be tempting to do that anyway. The thing is, I can see three good things to do here now. The first thing is play the Inspire the Right leadership and attack out from the camp and hit those medium heavies there. Second thing is to play 3 in the center, and I could activate the elephants and attack again and maybe gain a flag or 2 here. And also we could activate something more here in there in the center, maybe do some skirmishing here. There's a third thing also, and that's order lights. That means we could put in some good fire here and there and even harass those guys, get ourselves in between here and don't let them come so easily towards us here. Yeah, it's a really good card as well. So okay, I'm gonna roll for it then. So it's 1, 2 up at the lights, 3, 4 up at the right leadership, 5, 6 I play 3 in the center. That's a 5, so it's gonna be 3 in the center. I don't know, is it a good one or not? I'm not sure. But I will use my elephants and I will also skirmish. So there will be no movement, and I will continue the attack with the elephants here. So that's 3 dice. I'll see if I can get a banner or 2 now. I got 2 hits, that's enough, so I got them. And by that I got the first banner for Gabiene. And these guys can gain ground and attack again. But this time we will evade. So I will roll 2 dice and hope for any green. Nope. Okay, then we got the second elephant charge. Now the thing is, those guys could be without target if we scare those away. So I'm gonna actually do the range combat first. And that's 2 dice. And I got 1 hit. That's the perfect result because I didn't want any flags. So now I have an easier time to attack with elephants. So let's see, 3 dice. And no hits, but a flag. So these guys need to retreat, they go there. These guys can follow and attack again. So we're gonna see another attack coming in. This time I got 1 hit, got the flag, but those guys are supported now. The thing is, I'm gonna roll this die again. The second one was a miss, so 1 hit and a flag to take optionally. I will not take it because now I see my chance to do a counterattack and attack those and get those elephants. So I need that red one. No, because that's a miss, and I don't have any leader with me, so I miss those elephants. So Gabiene elephants are really doing a good job here right now. So I'm gonna just organize them a bit, and then it's Mr. Antigonus again. Okay, 4 over there. I think I'm gonna press home that assault now, because I could get 2 or maybe 3 banners now. Oh, that was too right. I need left activation. So I'm gonna play the order 4 units left. So it's only 2 units, but it's good enough. So we're gonna ride up here, and what else? Maybe I just stay there, and I mean, I could ride there if these guys fail. We could do another attack, but I'm counting on them to gain that hex now, so I'm gonna stay here in support and pour some fire over here for the units that could help out here. So I'm gonna stay there. So let's start with the charge here then. So it's 3 dice, 1 hit required. And I got it thanks to the leader. So these guys are now eliminated. So Antigonus now gets its first banner. I'm using these Spartan banners for Antigonus. Maybe it will be more appropriate to use Eastern victory banners, but this will do. Okay, so that's 1 banner. We could get another one if you roll a leader symbol now. And we did. We did. So the leader goes down as well with his cavalry, giving Antigonus his 2nd banner. And that's not all, because these guys can now move in and stop here, and by that gain the 3rd banner, because now the camp is taken. So now we got the Silver Shield's belongings and wives and children here in custody. So this is in a quick way to gain 3 banners. Wow, that's impressive. We're not ready yet, so these guys will now fire, and they will put some fire on these auxilia here. I got 2 dice, and they also hit. Going good for Antigonus now. Like that. And now it's Gabiene with his elephants. So we got an outflanked, we got the lights, we got 2 in the center. We could continue our elephant charges. Leadership any. Leadership right is now a dummy card. We could order 1 unit of our choice, and this could be good as well. I could get in some good charges with this card. So well, not that easy actually. The leadership any section could also be good. We could order 4 units here, including Gabiene himself. I will roll for Gabiene again. So it's 1, 2 for the lights, 3, 4 for the leadership any, 5, 6 for the outflanked. It's the outflanked. It's a 5. Could be really nice, because I will now do an all-out charge here. And here I will try to get some blocks from somewhere. So movement, I'll move these guys 1 hex, so mark them as moved. These guys will stay and just pour some fire there. So let's start here then. So these guys will throw the javelins against that bow cavalry, and they missed. So these guys also throw the javelins at the same target. It's 1 die. That was pretty good. That scared them away. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So over here I forgot to do my movement first. I started the battles over there already. Sorry about that, but I will do like this. So my first attack will be my heavy cavalry attacking those elephants. It's time to get those elephants now. I got 4 dice and I also hit with leader symbol, so this should do it. Yeah, I got 3 hits. So this was done. So I got the second banner for Gabiene. Trying to even out the odds here. So this means I can go in. I could go 1 more and attack, but I'm happy to stay here and attack those medium heavies. This is an epic clash now, actually. But a bad roll by Gabiene there. 1 flag, and those guys can ignore that, so they will now hit back against our heavies. Ouch. And they hit us with 2. That was not good for Gabiene, that's for sure. And we also need to check for leader loss. Oof, close. Close, but well, that hurt. But still, we are not ready. The elephant will charge the heavy cavalry, who will actually evade. Where to go? Let's go there. But I will now roll 4 dice and hitting with reds. We got 1 hit actually. Yeah, so this means we also need to check if Demetrius was a casualty by that elephant charge. Not quite, but close. So that's it. We cannot pursue because those guys did evade. Yeah. And I think that's enough for one session. Really good action from the start here, don't you think? I mean, a lot of cavalry, or more exact elephant action here, skirmishing, close combat battles with elephants against auxilia who cannot evade really. They stand there in their semi-tight formations, so they have really been hurt, those auxilias, but also the elephants has taken some damage. Over here, charges and counter charges, I think like in history, so we see Demetrius and we see Antigonus attacking Gabiene, who counter charge and back and forth, and we have some elephants involved here as well. And over here we saw that historical event when the cavalry rode into the camp, looting and pillaging there, taking a lot of valuable prisoners for the for the aftermath, if you could say like that. So good action here, and also pretty even in count. 3-2 banners, but for losses both sides have lost 2 units each. The third banner for Antigonus, of course, because of the camp there. So yeah, this is a good battle so far, I think. But again, as previously, we had not seen much infantry action. The main lines have just been staying there. No line commands so far. Let's see if we can get some phalanxes moving next time, or if it will be again that all is decided on the flanks. We don't know yet, but we're not halfway yet with the banner count, so we could see more things happening here before this is done. So thank you for watching, and I hope you will be back for part 2. Bye bye.